What's up, guys? Happy Monday. We are back at it. This is the Power Hour. This is ZingerNation. I mean, we are coming at you guys with some energy this Monday morning. We've got some stocks to talk about. And let me start off, as I do every single day, by reminding you guys of the point of the show. We're spending this time together, guys. We're spending these 50 minutes together, because we want this to be the best trade idea resource out there. That's the name of the game, right? We want to get ideas flowing, not just from myself, not just from Jason, who's going to be hopping on in a little bit, not just from our guests, but also out of ZingerNation, out of the chat room. The main chat room that we're using from this is coming out of YouTube, guys. So if you do want to join the community, which I hope you do, you want to participate in our chat challenge. We're launching a new challenge today. Woo! We're going head to head. There we go. I even have a soundboard now. Make sure you go onto that Benzinga YouTube. And guys, we've got a whole ton of stuff to talk about today. So we're gonna hop right into it in a second. But just to give you a quick little preview, we're gonna talk KODK. We're going to talk clinical holds with the FDA, what that means. I'm going to make a SPAC trade. I hope. I actually can't show my brokerage account today because Interactive Brokers is having some outages. Tried logging in a couple of minutes ago and was not able to get in, which is scary. So yeah, there you go. Somebody says the soundboard is well worth the money. That's what I'm talking about now. Yeah, there we go. We're going to talk VMware. I think I've got an interesting idea on that one. And let's talk Asana and NNDM. I mean, that's like a pretty packed day. We're also, I expect, going to get a special guest on here with us today. So around 12:30, we're going to have a guest as well. So all right, guys, let's just dive right into it. And if you are watching on the YouTube, go ahead and throw us that like. Hit the like button for us. It is important for helping us to build up the ZingerNation, right? The more likes we get, the more the YouTube algo gets it going, gets the recommendations going, and we just flat out get more ideas flying. So first things first, I want to hop straight into it on KODK. Up 58%. All right. So before I get started with my KODK rant, which is absolutely going to be a rant, I'm going to share my screen here. Guys, start putting into the chat if you like KODK, 1 on the long side and 2 on the short side. So somebody said somebody always dislikes the stream. The stream gets a dislike every single day before we go live. It's like as soon as we add it to YouTube, somebody goes on and dislikes it. I don't know. Maybe we lost the money or something. But all right, let's talk about KODK, and I'm going to talk about specifically why you shouldn't buy KODK. And where I'm coming from is historically what this company has done. I think KODK is the ultimate hype vehicle of a stock. I mean, if you guys think back, remember when cryptocurrency was the hottest thing around, right? Maybe this is 2016, 17, something along those lines. KODK comes out. They say we are no longer a camera company. We are a cryptocurrency company. I got a 10-year chart pulled up here. Maybe it was this candle right here that we saw that in. Yeah, it's got to be. Check this out. This is December 2017. The stock popped from $3 all the way up to $13. And then the slow trickle of death, because they are not a cryptocurrency company. They're a camera company. Okay, we saw again KODK hopping on the hype train. This year, coronavirus is the hottest thing around. So KODK comes out. They say we are no longer a camera company. We are now a pharmaceutical play. The stock ran from $2 to as high as $60 freaking dollars. Okay. I came out and said, I am hitting this stock on the short side, and I did. Thank God for Interactive Brokers, able to locate some of those hard-to-borrow stocks. I hammered the stock on the short side. I got more internet hate, I think, than I've ever gotten before. Everybody thinking KODK's going to the moon. This is going to be the next Moderna, the next Pfizer. I mean, who the hell knows? Wrong again. Did not happen. Stock crumpled back down. Today, we have we do have positive news out on the stock today. All right, so we see this nice green candle here today. Basically, the news that's out is there was a government investigation into the loan that Kodak got. It was basically whether or not they received the loan on an ethical basis. The inspector general for I guess it's the U.S. International Development, so it's some government department that we had, said they found no wrongdoing with the company's loan. So that is a positive. They do get to keep the loan. I think it was a $765 million loan. But again, they're not a pharmaceutical company. You know, the stock got so hyped up on them being a COVID player and being able to supply things for COVID. But we're so far down vaccine, road. Do we think they're going to be making components for vaccines or working on their own vaccine or something along those lines? I think that it's super tough to be a buyer of Kodak. It's up 58%. I am not hopping on the hype train. If I could log into my account, which I'm currently blocked out of, I would be hitting this thing with puts. I don't know how far out I can go. I'll go a couple of months out, but that is the move on Kodak. Don't buy into the hype. All right, and I want to go through these comments. I asked everybody, if you like Kodak, give me the 1. If you do not like Kodak, give me the 2. And if you either like or don't like the stock, like the YouTube stream. But let's see. All right, it looks like, yeah, nobody likes Kodak up here. Yeah, the loan was 6 months ago. It's trash. Somebody shorted it this morning. Yeah, exactly. Kodak, bring back the Polaroid. That's the best comment that we got out of the whole thing. So again, we don't like Kodak for 12. We're hitting this thing. We're betting against it. That is the move. So all right, that was my opening monologue. Because I couldn't take you guys through my live portfolio like I do every day, I figured let's at least start it off with a trade idea. I got somebody else in the chat saying I always get in on the early hype and then sell. That is the move. It's a classic buy the rumor, sell the news move. I am absolutely 100% behind that. Somebody's calling the stock a dumpster fire. All right. Usually the chat is not this with me. I'm usually, sort of divided on these sorts of things. But Kodak, all right. We all don't like Kodak. Let me just jot that one down. Boom. All righty. The next thing I want to do is, and I'm going to throw up one of our banners. I'm trying to squeeze a lot of things in, guys, before we get our guest on, because we absolutely do need to make sure that we can get to our chat challenge of the week. But let's hit our What the Readers Want segment. Okay. The whole point of this show, the reason why we do this every day, we're spending this time together every day, is because we want to make some money in the markets. And one of the ways that you make money in the markets is by having information that other people do not have. Tried and true. And so one of the things that we can do here at Benzinga, a nice little insight that we have and we can make available to you guys, is we can show you what our most read stories on Benzinga.com are. So we get about 6 million visitors a month to our website. Actually, we just crossed 7 million last month. So it's a pretty large sample size. And so let me pull the banner down, show my screen. Let me even throw you another zoom here. All right, check this out. These are the most read stories of the day on Benzinga.com. Number 1, up top, we've got a crypto story. Okay. The numbers 2, 3, and 4 are all EV stories. And then the last one is we've got a PlayStation 5 versus Xbox story. All right. So here's what I'm taking away from that. 1, crypto being a top story on Benzinga.com. This has not happened in months, maybe years, right? So if there's any question as to whether the crypto hype is dying out, absolutely it is not. I don't remember the last time that a crypto story was the number 1 story on Benzinga.com. So the energy around crypto, I mean, this isn't even about like a blockchain or some of the stocks or some of the cryptocurrencies that already have a ton of following. I mean, this is about a brand new token that Steve Wozniak from Apple issued. Right. So the crypto hype absolutely still there. And then look at 2, 3, 4 electric vehicle stocks. Again, these things, we saw some of them lose a little bit of steam last week. Absolutely still interest in the EV stocks, especially from the retail investing market. And then, the Sony and Microsoft Xbox versus PlayStation battle. That one's still ongoing. And I see the Razman is here. What's up?
What up?
What up? How are you doing?
Good. How are you? I sent you a sent you another technical education segment, an article we wrote on Benzinga by Lee that we could go over if we wanted to. There's another educational segment today. 10 things a technical trader should have in their repertoire. It's in your Slack. Anyway, so what's the good word? What are the trades?
Let's see. We just talked shit about KODK for about 10 minutes. And I also cannot log into my Interactive Brokers account due to an outage I have in today. And people care about crypto and EVs.
Okay. What about the power hour stocks that are moving?
Power hour stocks, you've got Asana on the run today. You got Nano Dimensions on the run today. You want to go over each of those? And we've got a special guest, I believe, joining us at 12:30.
We got Asana up 12%. We picked it up at 24 and 22 or 24 and 23. Since we put it on the radar, since I bought it, I said follow me in. It's up 23%.
Run it. $30 earnings in 2 days.
Yeah, I hear you, Jay Towers. Upwork's up. I'll try to be a little more emotional. Upwork's up 6%. VYGVF is up 9.51%. That's our crypto play. We are up on that position a lot. Lithium LTHM is up 5% today. SFT is up 6.70% today. Lithium call options are up 51% that I have. Switchback Energy is up. And then the granddaddy of them all, why my account is the highest I've ever seen it ever. I mean, I should have made 5 million off Tesla, but we're up 5% on Tesla to 626. I sold. I have call options for the January 540 calls 2021, January 15th at 540. I also had the 520s Decembers. I sold those on Friday. Well, if I would have sold those Friday, it would be up another 4,000, I guess. But I also have that shitty one, the one where I have to, sell it at $600. So that was when I did the show. I still have that, and I'm stuck with that right now. Yeah, put a sad music on. So those are what we got. Now,
is Tesla up on? Is there any news?
Any news? Good question. Not really. Not really. What's the Pfizer one? The Pfizer one that's the bio, whatever it is. The one that Pfizer has a deal with that's doing
bio and tech. But while you're on it, Moderna up another 6.5% today. I didn't talk about that stock this morning. Big Bill D calling me out because I always talk about that one.
What's the bio one symbol, please?
BNTX, I believe. Yep. BNTX Bravo November Tango X-Ray.
All right. I have to buy that one right now because my wife is asking me to, and I guess I will. So I'll buy some of that.
You're buying the wrong one.
What?
You're buying the wrong one.
BNTX is the wrong one?
I mean, I like Moderna better.
I'm buying both.
This one's about to be a 3-bagger for me. If we see 180, then I'm tripled on it. Keep going, baby.
I'm buying both. Okay, here we go. BNTX has bought some, and now I'll buy Moderna. But wait, did I buy the right one? BNTX? Yes or no?
Yes.
I mean, you guys, I should read the emails I got from the guy at Moderna at $26 that we're right on.
You keep teasing us with it.
What?
You keep teasing us with it. Let's do it one day.
Oh my God, it is so crazy. The guy told me I should kill myself, that I would write about the biggest scam in the world. It was at $28. It was at $38. I bought Moderna at $28. And when this guy kept writing me how big of a scam it was, I'm like, all right, he must knows something I don't understand in the stock. So I sold it at $42, and now it's at $160. Don't I love it? Don't I love the emails I get? If I never got my email, I would still own that stock. That's what sucks, guys.
All right, but before our guest comes on, I want to do two things.
Yep.
One, I'm going to make a plug and an ask to the audience, guys. We are hosting our first ever small cap event tomorrow, just like we want this show to be the best trade idea resource out there for you guys. We want our small cap event to be the best small cap event of all time. Over the course of 2 days, we're going to have with CEOs of 50 small cap companies, CEOs, CFOs doing presentations on their businesses, why they're interesting from an investment standpoint, talk about the story, that sort of thing. I mean, small cap is really where you can find a lot of value and get some of these stocks early. It's absolutely free to attend. So my ask of you guys is click on the link I just put into the chat and register. It's a free registration. It takes 2 minutes. Would love to see you guys all there. And if you're going to miss the show for the next 2 days, because we won't be doing it, you'll see us at the event. We'll be on all day. We're running 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, all day, all these small cap companies. Super interesting names in there. There's EV plays in there, there's solar plays in there, etc. So it's a can't miss event.
Congratulations.
Woo. All right. The other thing that I wanted to get to really quick, but before we bring our guest on, is I got a couple questions this morning about a clinical hold and what a clinical hold means. So when you guys hear the term clinical hold, it's going to be related to a pharmaceutical company, and it is not good. Right there was a headline on a stock that came out this morning, BLCM. We'll use this as our example while we explain what a clinical hold is. And basically, one of their trials got placed on clinical hold by the FDA. You take a look at the stock here. You see the stock is down 6% on the heels of this. That's actually not even a horrible move. Sometimes when you get these stocks and they get a clinical hold, I mean, the stock can be down 20, 30, 40%. So basically, what a clinical hold is the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, is stepping in and saying, hey, we're hijacking part of this trial that you guys have going on. If there's an ongoing drug trial, the company can no longer enroll new patients, right? So if they're enrolling patients for a drug trial, they can no longer do that. Unless there would be an adverse health event for the patient, the company has to actually take the patient off of the drug. Right. So basically halting it if it's ongoing. If the trial hasn't started yet, the FDA can put a clinical hold on a trial before it starts. They're not allowed to enroll any patients for the trial. This is typically not a permanent thing. It typically requires there to be, some sort of additional investigation or steps or precautions taken by the company in order to lift this clinical hold. And let me show you guys an example that came out of the one today. So again, we're looking at ticker BLCM. I'm going to load up the press release here so you guys can see that. Let me hide myself. So you guys can get a look at what this looks like, right? So you see Bellisum, I don't know how you pronounce this company, had a clinical hold placed on their phase 1/2 clinical trial. All right. And what's really important is less of the fact that the clinical hold was placed. Whenever there's a clinical hold, the stock will go down. But you really need to read the press release and pick up why the clinical hold was placed. So in the example today, I'm going to read this out of the press release. The FDA is taking this action due to the death of a pancreatic cancer patient in the trial reported to the agency by the company. The clinical investigator in the company classified the patient death as unrelated to BPX 601 and Rumicid. That's the drug name, right? So the reason the stock is only down 6% on this news is because the company is already coming out and saying, hey, the patient death that happened is not due to our drug. Right. So that's a positive for the stock. That said, the stock is still down because their plans, whatever timelines they had for getting this drug through trials, are disrupted. That's my little spiel on clinical holds. Again, got a couple questions about that this morning. If you guys have any other topics you want us to dig into, let us know and we'll do it. All right. And Jason, our special guest is here.
You're surprising me. I don't know anything about the special guest. You're surprising me.
Know.
And
I'm bringing him on. Ready?
Okay.
All right. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. We are live. So guys, we've got a special treat for you. And you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're 12 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have the young investor on. He's 12 years old, and he's been posting stock content on Twitter and YouTube for maybe a year now. I'm not sure exactly how long, but you can clarify for us. And he's amassed something like 30,000 Twitter followers and several thousand YouTube followers on his videos. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think it's like 21,000 on Twitter and like 4,000 on YouTube.
All right. And you've gotten interviewed by huge names. Like we're probably the lowest profile interview that you've done so far. You know, we're working on building it up. But how did you get started in this? Like being 12 years old. I mean, how did you get interested in markets? How did you start getting this notoriety for picking stocks and that sort of thing?
Yeah, so the way I got into stock market investing is I used to do a lot of it before that, I was quite into history and used to read about stuff in history about finance, and when you used to see like adverts and stuff for stock market investing, and I decided to open a brokerage account, obviously use my parents' name, and yes, that's how it started.
Okay, that's awesome. And how do you think about stocks? Like when you're looking at for stocks you like, I mean, what sorts of things are you looking for?
I look for like kind of a high growth company. I don't look for like tech stocks or any company with massive valuation unless it's growing at like 20-30% a year. I look for these really small companies, really under the radar. And when you look at what they're expected to do in a few years, you dig deeper into it, check everything's all right, financials, CEO, management, and then that's how I really assess a stock.
Okay, so it sounds like you should probably attend our small cap event that we're hosting Tuesday and Wednesday. We're gonna have 50 CEOs of small cap companies doing 15-minute rapid fire investor presentations. So I bet you could get some good ideas out of that one. And I'm also going to drop that link again in the chat. Hint, hint to the chat. So all right, let me ask you this: what are some stocks that you like right now, and tell us why you like them. I'll pull them up on the screen here.
Yeah, so at the moment, my biggest position is Arcimoto, ticker symbol FUV. They're quite an
Wait, give
unusual
me the
company.
ticker one more time.
Arcimoto, ticker FUV.
FUB. FUB or V? Victor. Oh, there we go. All right, I got it. Arcimoto,
Yeah,
ticker FUV, and you're actually interviewing the CEO of this publicly traded company tomorrow,
yeah,
correct?
yeah. So on Thursday, I'm going to be interviewing him, and the interview will be uploaded on Friday to my YouTube channel.
All right, everybody give a round of applause. 12 years old. He's already running a big social channel and interviewing the CEO of a publicly traded company. I mean, that's pretty darn impressive. But
Yeah,
all right, why do you like this stock?
right. So quite unusual. It's a freewheel EV electric vehicle. So I think the main reason why I got into stock was it's a two-seater. So a lot of these there's another freewheel EV electric vehicle out there called Solo. Electromechanical vehicles, they have a one-seater one. I think to be frank, when I was looking at that, I thought the whole vehicle's ugly. It's like it's been chopped at the end of the vehicle. And Arkham is a bit different. It's more of an open style kind of vehicle. You've obviously got a roof, but it's you haven't got like a massive car door and anything. It's quite open, especially for like southern kind of states. Yeah, so you've got on screen now. So quite an unusual kind of vehicle, but I think the main reason why I'm in this company is they've got a few products, but the main one is the Deliverator. So that's one which is only a one-seater, and I think the Deliverator has got the potential, to be sold to chains like Domino's and stuff like that. I mean, when you go on the Arcimoto website, they've got some great footage on there of the FUV, but the Deliverator would allow somebody to park in a parking spot for which would usually fit one vehicle in. You can fit two Arcimotos in there. You've also, because it's actually classed as a motorbike, you're allowed to obviously skip through traffic if you're on the delivery. And so I think that's really interesting, and it could really get companies' delivery times a lot quicker. It's got some great storage at the back.
Okay. All right, so basically, you like it because it's an EV play. They have some new vehicles coming. You think it could be big for like big corporate contracts, especially their one seat vehicle, like a delivery type device.
Yeah, so I definitely think so. I mean, they signed a contract a bit back with a company called HireCar. I actually own HireCar stock as well. So they will allow you to be rent out to fleets, those vehicles. So yeah, and they've also signed a partnership with DHL.
Okay, all right, yeah, those are big names. Okay, all right, I like that one. Give us another one.
HireCar, ticker symbol Hire HYRA.
HIRA. All right, give me the ticker symbol one more time.
Hire, so HYRA. That's actually the ticker symbol as well.
HYRA. Hotel Yankee Romeo Alpha.
HYRA.
Is somebody in the chat? Can you give me the ticker? All right. So sorry, Zach. Say it to me one more time, just a little slowly.
So HYRA.
There we go. Got it. Boom. All right, and this thing's on a tear today, up 13%.
Yeah. So this is a recent addition. So this is a really a big spec. Like I haven't got loads of money in it. It's a valuation around like $110 million. So like Airbnb, but obviously it's in the car space. Lots of people at the moment during coronavirus, and they've got spare, a spare car maybe, or somebody's going off to college in the family and they've got a spare car. You can give the car to hire car. So basically, like Airbnb and HireCar also insure it, and then they rent it to like Uber and Lyft drivers and people who need a work vehicle specifically. So then it's basically the Airbnb for cars. It's got lots of people. A lot of the management team are from JP Morgan, Chase, Citigroup. You've also got some people from Tesla and Ford in the management team as well.
All right, Luke, can I jump in for a couple?
Yeah, hit it.
Mine are less on stock symbols. Mine are two questions. First, how do you find most of your ideas? Go with that, and then I'll go to my next question.
Yeah, so obviously these are quite unusual stocks.
Yeah.
I sometimes see them, if you're browsing for YouTube or something, there might be somebody made a video on them. That's how I found Archimedes. Someone made a video, and I watched, and then I watched like did a few hours of research after that, and did a few more research of hours after I brought the stock. And with HireCar, I actually found them because Archimedes signed a deal with them. So I started researching them. Originally, I wasn't interested, but once I started to find out a bit more about the business model, it took me a while, but eventually I was persuaded, and I got in a week ago. So I'm up about 20% in a week.
Got it. Okay. No, I like it. I mean, listen, the chat is telling us that you bring more ideas than we do. So that's good, man. And no complaining. And then you're 12 years old. What age did you start with looking at the stock market?
I started 5 months ago.
Okay. What was the initial genesis to why you started?
I don't know. Yeah, I just seen stuff about the stock market before. Sometimes you get like news alerts on your phone. There'd be news about the stock market. In the UK where I live, we have basically the UK version of Robinhood. It's called Trading 212. So they had a massive advertising campaign one time.
Wait, what's it called?
Yeah, so Trading 212.
Oh, yep. We know it.
Yeah. So I joined them. I put in about £40 originally. And my portfolio is worth now around something like £840 now. Obviously, it's just I put more money in after that. I'm about 60%.
Yep. And so, do you love the market so far?
Yeah, I love stock market. I don't know. I find it really fun. Research companies. Sometimes even just watching the chart. Yeah, it's really fun.
But it seems like you're more of a guy that likes to hear the story versus the technicals. You're looking more at, and yeah, that seems like what you're more interested in.
Yeah, I'm a lot more interested. I do, with SPACs at the moment. I do a bit of swing trading with them. I do. So usually on the first day when they announce a merger, I'll maybe buy some stock. I mean, with Arrival, I brought that something like $11 was my average cost price for that. I actually brought on the day when we had rumors. We didn't even have confirmation. But the day after that, when we had confirmation, and it's gone up a lot since I sold. I did sell recently because I felt when you looked at, there's obviously only 4% of Rival's going to be going public stock market, and you look at the market cap, that would see a valuation of Rival around 28 billion. And I just felt that was a bit of a steep run up, and maybe leave it a while and then maybe I'll get back in.
Yeah, no, this is awesome, man. Like, you're 12 years old and you take an approach of like you're researching the companies, you're discovering them. I mean, this is like, oh my God. I have an 11-year-old. I need to get you to talk to her. I mean, this is probably the coolest like thing you could be doing, because it's like, what's going to happen to you when you're buying products in a store or online? You're going to think, okay, is that company public? Is that this? Like, you're going to be thinking so many more dimensions than the average 12-year-old that you know of.
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead, Luke. What were you going to say about it?
What I was going to say, I think the coolest part is not only that he's 12 and buying stocks, but he's also interviewing the CEO of a publicly traded company tomorrow.
That's insane.
I mean, I did that for the first time when I was 19 and thought that was crazy. I mean, 12 is a whole nother dimension. I mean, I was 50% older than you by the time I did.
It's insane.
Yeah.
You must have do you have all A's at school?
Pardon, say that question again.
Do you have like top? I don't know if you guys do A's, B, C's, but do you get like top grades at school? Are you a really good student?
Yeah, so like with most subjects, I say the one subject I'm not the best at would be maths. Like I'm at like average with maths, but like with some other stuff I'm pretty good at.
Okay.
All right.
History and English I'm really good at.
No, that's awesome. It's awesome. Your parents should be very, very proud of you. I'm sure they are. I mean, you are. I mean, incredible. This is the passion. He's interviewing a CEO. He's 12 years old. When do you turn 13? Are you really 13? Because your seeming looks like years ahead of your age.
I'm 13 in 4 months.
Okay. It's very, very good. Very, very good. So, all right, Luke, any more questions?
No, that's it. Again, guys, check out his Twitter. I dropped the link in the chat several times. Make sure to throw him a follow. But young investor, thanks for coming on with us.
Thanks for having me on.
Yep, thank you. Stay in touch. When you have new stock picks that you feel passionate about, reach out and let's bring you on again, because the stories you told are good, and we look for good stories on stocks. If we can get them early, we are buyers. I mean, we're actively buying. We have a public portfolio, and so just stay in touch with us, please. Congrats.
Yeah, I will. Thanks for having me on.
Yep.
All right, take care.
Yep.
All right, Jason, how about that? See, look at that. I threw you a nice surprise today.
No, I mean, that kid is incredible. I mean, incredible. 12 years old. I don't think I have an 11-year-old, so I know the age. I know the age bracket. And he looks for story stocks, looks for the businesses. Like, they don't seem bad businesses. I mean, that's what I just love it. Like, I love it.
Yeah. The chat was buzzing. That's more active than the chat I think has ever been.
Yeah, totally. And should bring him on more. And now
every time he's got a new stock pick.
I think I'm going to surprise you with one on Thursday. A penny stock guy. That's pretty widely known. And
now there's no surprise.
Well, yeah, I guess.
The reason why I didn't tell you ahead of time is just with him being 12 and he's in a different time zone than us. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if the time zone thing would get in the way or that sort of thing.
No, it all worked, and he's just. I mean, he's incredible. Those years ahead, interviewing this public company CEO. I guess there's always someone, and the passion for the stories is there. And either way, if he makes money, loses money, it doesn't matter. He's going to learn. I learned so much when I was like 21, 22, and I burned up an account. I learned so much then, and like he's 12 years old. He's 12 years old. It's freaking amazing. Years and years ahead. So the good one. That was a good one. Now I know you wrote me, Luke, about did you want to do the another educational segment? I sent you that Forex one, but I don't know if you want to do that. Not Forex one, the technical trader one. Technical traders prepare for trading, for day trading, but we don't need to do it. I just didn't know if you
If you want to hit it, let's hit it. Otherwise, I'd say let's do our chat challenge. And I've also got a stock pick that I'm buying.
All right. Well, then okay. Let's go chat challenge.
All right, hold on. You know
You
that
know,
we are going to do the chat challenge without throwing up my lightning bolts. There we go. All right, ZingerNation. It is that time of the week. Every week we are putting you guys head to head. We're boxing it out. We're dueling. We're trying to figure out who are the best traders and investors out here in this room. So the question of the week is, what is going to be the worst performing stock of the week? Worst performing stock of the week. I'm picking that one because of my opening rant that I made about KODK. So I'm going ahead and I'm putting my name down next to KODK. Guys, throw your picks into the chat. And I'm going to start grabbing them now. I'm typing them on the sheet, so bear with me because it is sort of tough to keep up. So if I skip over you and I get to the next person, go ahead and let me know. But again, I mean, this is the chat challenge. This is what ZingerNation lives for. Who has the chops this week? You're gonna get that Benzinga T-shirt. You're going to get a nice little Amazon gift card, and you're gonna get the bragging rights amongst all of your friends, your enemies here in the chat. All right. Here they're coming in. We got JKS. I think that's a solar play. We got another KODK. What else? Jason Raznick going in with I'm putting him down as Razman. I like that nickname. I don't know if he likes it, but he's going with Nikola. We got another Nikola. Christian. All right, everybody's picking Nikola or KODK. That's going to be sort of fun.
I gotta find something else then.
No. You were the first one to put in the Nikola, so I think you're okay.
Are you sure? You gotta find something else, don't I?
Hey, is Nikola way up today or something?
No. Let me see what else I got.
All right, we got a hog, Mr. Oh, this one's hitting me hard. Mr. 10 going with the Rocket RKT. That is a stock that is a holding of mine. All right, we're getting a lot of tickers in here, guys. Keep them coming. And while I'm dropping these in, Jason, do you have any stocks that you want to talk about?
No, I was trying to see if I could find a better one for these things. Now, I mean, I'm getting asked about GAN and the proverbial GAN that doesn't like to move and sits at 15, 16 every day and getting killed. And I have, my dad in it and other people and yada, yada, and hasn't moved. I'm talking to that guy now tonight who knows the gambling sector. I don't like how GAN's trading. I've said that. Now, Michigan's going to get approved for online gaming, and so that should help GAN. So they'll have 2 licenses ready to go by the end of the month. So that's going to help GAN, but I don't like the selling down to 1550 mark. I mean, there's other online gaming plays, as you guys know. I mean, I think ELLYS is one. Other plays are trying to take advantage of the market. GAN needs to announce new deals. That's just what it comes down to. That's it. I mean, you guys, like, if the trade's not with you, it's like what Upwork, we're up 700%. That one took time, but eventually it moved. GAN it had that opportunity where it went from 16, 18 to 26, 28. It did do that, but it has been down at the 16, 15, 8 to 18 range for a month, 2 months now. So I'm waiting to talk to this one guy, but I still own my shares of GAN. I mean, I trimmed some a while ago. I had a lot. I mean, I had more, but it's a decent sized position for me. So I'm down now, 10.9% on it. So real money there, and I still own it.
Look at the young investors that they're saying you like GAN too.
Yeah, but GAN is not going to move without new deals. It needs to have new deals come and play. Has to. So.
All right, guys, I'm making the last call. If you want to throw in a ticker for their chat challenge, the worst performing stock of the week, throw it in now, or else you're going to miss out on all the fun this week.
You got a lot of people. Right? You got Snow, you got PayPal, you got Zoom, you got Costco. You got a lot of tickers being thrown there. I mean, you could get crazy and do a Jumaya because it was up so much, but whatever.
That's an interesting one.
I'm trying to think.
This is what we live for, baby, to fight each other.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any others that are just like off the beaten track that I'm not thinking about, but I just like, I don't know. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Cake for me. Okay. Yeah, YNTRA is down 10%. So let's go talk about YTRA. It's not down 10% from when we bought it. It's up 10.11% from where we bought it. We bought it at 6.76. It's down today 8.19%. It's trading at 2.13. So it's down 8%. Am I going to sell some? Maybe I should. I don't know. Again, I bought this from a Matt Kolb trade saying for travel and second stimulus coming back. E-commerce play for that for travel. I didn't sell it to medium position, small to medium. I don't know it like I know some other ones, but I'm still owning it for a little bit of a trade. I don't think stocks are meant to go up every single day or straight every day. If that's the case, I would have been out of Tesla 2,000 points ago. I mean, literally 2,000 points ago, or I would never had Upwork. If you get, like someone mentioned, you're down, 10% on your thing. Well, I'm actually up 10%. But if you trade for daily trades every day, and that's fine. But you're not gonna reap the rewards. Now, YTRA moved a lot, so there you go. I mean, I have the same thing with Sabre Holdings, SBRE. Moves a lot when stuff comes back. Now, one stock that they put in the chat room right now is TCS. The Container Store. So I used to own a decent amount of that, Luke. I sold it. Let's see how we're doing in that today, because someone put that in the chat. It's down 2.7%. Oh, I sold it at a good time, so I'll take that. I get some of those right when to sell, so I sold it right there at 9. Okay, so we're good on that one. Yeah.
What about you want to talk NNDM?
Oh, and then yes, let's do that. But on the elastic position, so Abdullah is asking about the elastic. That is symbol. We'll do NNDM right after that, Luke. Elastic is, let's see what we're doing on Elastic today. We're probably down a little, is my guess. Okay, yeah, we're down 1.95%, where my account is basically even. I'm up 1.33%. I'm not selling it right now. Maybe it's too high valuation, but I'm not selling it. I think their business will have a lot of upside in it. I'm hanging on to it. I don't own a huge portion of it, but I'm not selling it ESTC. I'm hanging on to it right now. So. And then NNDM, the stock is down 7.5% today. We're up 4% in the portfolio on it. As you guys probably know, it did an offering, so $180 million offering at $6 a share. So of course it's going to sell off on that because you're selling at a discount to what the stock's trading at.
And the stock's actually been quite resilient today. So check this out. This is a 5-day chart. They did the offering at $6 a share. The stock did move down there and has now rallied up another $1, almost back up to $7, which I think is a really positive sign.
Yeah,
a lot of times they'll do an offering for $6 a share, and the stock will just sit there.
Exactly. And so also when you do these offerings like this, Luke, they can go down 15%. They can go down 50% on those ones. So I think there's support there. So I'm not getting rid of it. So Imran Khan, Luke, asked me, then we could do your next thing. How do I determine small, medium, large positions? I do large positions on the ones I have high conviction for. So, at the time I had a high conviction for Express Spa, Upwork, Tesla, a bunch of other ones. I do that in the high convictions. On ones like YTRA, I got it from the room. I got it from someone here. NNDM, Kathy Wood bought it. Those aren't high conviction, so I go small, medium. And then as I see strength, guys, I start buying more. Now, if I also have more like Slack, Asana. So when Slack went down from $30 to $16, guys, I kept buying more because I had high conviction on it. So those are the ones where I go, in more. TAST, Carol's group, I had high conviction. I bought it at 149, it's at 7. TRSSF, TerraSen. I mean, if you look at that one today, guys, we're over $10. We bought TerraSen at $3. Cannabis, Curaleaf, again, high conviction. So I make those trades bigger, but it's actually funny. In my TerraSen now, I had so much in it at one point on my cost that I cut it in half. So I only have half the position left. And if I would have kept the whole position, it'd be. I mean, Luke likes to say that it's good that I sold, but if I would have cut the whole position of TerraSend, it would be my third biggest position. But because I cut half the position at like $8, now it's I have half of it left. But those are ones when I have more confidence. Or Twilio, GAN was one of them. It's performing terrible. So OZON is a trade. Five Below is a high conviction one. Ford is a medium conviction, but I took a bigger position in it. Now, Luke, did you just say a symbol before we go or no?
Yep. I've got a trade.
Hey, congrats, Abdullah. Abdullah still owns my Saber. I bought it $6 in this room.
Hell yeah.
So it's too bad I don't own it like he does. So yeah, you made more money on it than me, Abdullah, just so you know. I sold most of it at 10. Airbnb. Who's buying Airbnb, guys? Hey, Luke?
Throw the one in. I'm curious about that. If you are buying the Airbnb, throw in the one. If you're not buying it, you're sitting back like me, throw in the 2. Put Luke down for a 2. And also put Luke down for a power pick. All right, guys, the time has come for me to pitch you another stock. And I'm making a SPAC pick. All right, we did our first SPAC trade together on the show last month. We got GMHI, which is now Laser, for $10. We rode it to 15, got out, but the stock's exploded even higher since then. So I have an appetite for another SPAC, and I've got one that I think is especially interesting and lives in a space that I know very, very well. The ticker is PSTH. That's Papa Sandy Tango Hotel. That's the Pershing Square SPAC, a.k.a. Bill Ackman. All right, let me get into the thesis here. First of all, Bill Ackman, if you don't know him, you should. I mean, he is like one of the most recognized hedge fund managers of our age. Has he made several bad trades? Yes, we've got Herbalife, we've got Barnes & Noble in there, Borders in there. But he's also made some amazing ones, right? Like his Chipotle and that sort of thing. I mean, Bill Ackman is the man. He's an activist investor. I've been following him for years, right? So Bill Ackman is the first catalyst that I like for this PSTH trade. Part of the reason why I like him for that is because he is an activist, right? He doesn't just invest in companies and then sit on the sidelines. I mean, he is super, super involved. So when his SPAC is looking for a company to take over, I imagine that Bill Ackman is digging deep, 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 and only going to be acquiring a company if he thinks he can put pressure on the board to do things that will drive shareholder value. So there's reason number one. Reason number two, this is one of the biggest SPACs out there. So it's going to be able to bring in names that are household names, and we'll get a lot of hype around them, right? So it's not like he's taking over small EV stock that nobody's ever heard of. I mean, he's got billions and billions and billions of dollars at his disposal for this acquisition. So he should absolutely be able to grab some household names and some stocks that people recognize that'll drive a lot of retail trader interest in it. We'll get some of those Robinhood dollars in. It'll drive some power into the stock. And the third thing, that this is why this one's personal to me, he's looking to do a fintech play. Right. So this is the space that we live in here at Benzinga. And guys, let me tell you some of these names that have been rumored for Bill Ackman's SPAC to acquire. First off, we've got Robinhood. That would be a freaking blockbuster. Coinbase is another name that has been thrown around. That would be a blockbuster. Stripe, the payment processor, that's another name that's been thrown around for him to acquire. Blockbuster. And then the last one, Bloomberg. Bloomberg, I think, being the most recent one. All right. There's already been some energy into the stock. Let me go ahead and pull the chart up here. So it started at $20 with the par value. It has rallied up to 26. But if the SPAC is taking over any of these names that I just mentioned, or it's taking over any household name, which it absolutely has the power to do, so it's doing a multi-billion-dollar deal, the thing should go wild. So I am getting long PSTH. That's the trade of the day. That's my power pick. Jason, thoughts on that one?
Yeah. So what made you say it now, though? What made you bring it today? What was the thing where you're looking at? Because you've known about this one for a decent amount of time. Was it just you did the research over the weekend? What brought it to you today? That's what I would like to know.
two things bringing it to me today. One, we had that deal last week, that IHS Market and S&P deal last week. That was at a massive valuation, which tells me the market likes these fintech stocks. They like these data stocks. Absolutely good if Bill Ackman is making an acquisition in the space. So that's one thing. The other thing is that rumors are circulating, and I talked to our SPAC experts here at Benzinga, Mitch and Chris. Both of them you see in the chat. Round of applause for Mitch and Chris. But they expect the deal to be done before year end. So I don't want to miss the hype on this one, especially when it's in a space that I know. Again, some of these rumors floating around: Robinhood, Coinbase, Stripe, Bloomberg, all freaking home runs if any of those happen.
Okay, so that's where you're going with it.
That's the pick.
All right, no, I like it. I like it. I like where you're going. And I would like to throw another hat into the race.
All right, let's hear it.
No, not another symbol, but another potential stock. I don't think it's the one, but we have. I don't know, but we have Anthony Denner from from Weibo. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. We're releasing. I guess Mitch was supposed to release it on Thursday. I'm not sure what happened, but we're releasing today. It looks like Weibo is going to be published at 1:15 today, so that's 14 minutes. We have an hour interview with the CEO of Weibo. Weibo is one of the fastest growing firms out there, and it is fantastic, and they move so fast. They really do. It is truly, truly impressive. And I have an hour interview with the Weibo CEO that we'll have at 1:15. So that could be another play for Bill Ackman, I guess, is what I was getting at. I don't know if that's the way they're going, but that could be another play.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I do think some of our users are Weibo users. If you are a Weibo user, can you send them an email and say, we love Benzinga content on Weibo? Please do that. And if you send us an email to Stacy at Benzinga, Stacey at Benzinga, Benzinga, she'll send you a t-shirt and she'll include the chat and include the size. What'd you say?
All right, guys, don't forget the E in Stacy. I should have made the E capital. I've gotten 3 emails in the past week of people are saying, hey, Stacy at Benzinga.com is not responding to me because you didn't include the E.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for the E, to be honest. Like, if you didn't have the E, Luke, it would still read.
Can we get that changed?
We really should talk to our parents about changing that birth certificate because, honestly, it's an extra letter that's just not needed. But I've had, put up with it. So, yeah, thank you, Jay Towers. Appreciate it. Yeah, just keep telling Weibo because we need them to know people like us. When sometimes if you don't tell them, they just think that you don't like us. So you gotta, Okay, and then Nick Angelisa, when you say enter the chat, are you referring to YouTube chat or one of our chat channels of Benzinga Pro? Any of them could work, but I'm not sure what you mean by enter the chat. All right, Luke. So that is an interesting SPAC play on Pershing Square. Bill Ackman is awesome. He's definitely smart. He definitely has all the context.
On this show.
What'd you say?
We need to get Bill Ackman on this show.
Absolutely, and he's very sophisticated.
Not compared to the young investor, but it would still be good.
I think he would. I potentially think he would come on the show too. So
I think so too. We
got to get him on and talk about this SPAC play because So I'm going to follow you into the play. Maybe I'll pick up a small position just to enjoy your what you're already in, And again, like I'm still, guys. Another one of your things. I'm still owning like Bitcoin, GBTC, and all that stuff. I haven't sold it. LCA we bought when it was at 12. That was based on Tillman Fertitta with the Golden Nugget Casino. I see you guys keep talking about that. Like it's these things are moving. But I just want to say, guys, when it seems like it's so easy to make money, you buy these stocks and they keep going up. You got to be careful. You got to hedge yourself. You got to protect yourself. I mean, that's why when I talk about GAN, guys, I'm right now worried about GAN because all these casino plays or whatever go up. These SPAC plays go up. These things go up. GAN just sits there. So is there more weakness ahead of it if it's just sitting there? That's why I worry about GAN. That's why I'm doing research, talking to other people. Have I cleared out the entire position? No. Should I clear out the entire position? I don't know. Maybe. It's definitely this week is going to tell me a lot for GAN. I'll tell you that. That's where that's where it's at. You got to pay attention to it. This Pershing Square thing could be awesome. I mean, it's just I wish we got in 3 weeks ago, but it could double. You don't know.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, if he picks up any of these household names, I mean, there's going to be at least 50% in this stock. Absolutely.
Yep, totally agree. And
Not hot stocks, Luke. It's
What
going to
do you
be
say?
cold stocks, Luke.
what if he offered to buy Benzinga? Are you guys all going in?
And it's $6 billion deal.
Yep, $6 billion deal. You guys all going in?
Woo!
Come on, Luke. Don't be so don't be so negative. $6 billion. We can do it. Okay. All right. It's 1 o'clock or 1:05 on the East Coast, 10 a.m. on the West Coast, and in Australia, I don't know the time yet. We need that clock. I see there's a lot of the positions you guys want us to review. Maybe we got to start doing the show 90 minutes. DMYD is what Scott is saying is better than GAN, and that's my point. DYMD is another one of these plays, and there's more choice. GAN got in a little bit early with the markets when to go to the Nasdaq, but DY or wherever I think it's Nasdaq, maybe it's not, but DYMD is another play. So money's being separated and being moved around, and that's why there's selling pressure on GAN. So that's why I'm being careful. I do have this call with this guy who knows this sector. See what he says about GAN. DYMD, I'll ask him about as well. So we'll find out. Yeah, and I don't think Weibo is right now that move. The other one, Luke, that would be a sweet move would be Stripe.
Stripe, that was on my list. I think Stripe would be amazing. I think Stripe would be probably the best one for the stock. Stripe, if you don't know their business, it's an amazing business model. They're basically the payment gateway for all modern internet companies. I mean, they really have one competitor, which is PayPal with Braintree. Other than that, I mean, you have Stripe in terms of modern payment processors. And once people are embedded into Stripe, it's really hard to switch off. It's a SaaS play for SaaS plays, aka the thing behind the thing.
Yeah, this DYMD looks interesting too. I'm reading it about on quotes.benzinga.com right now.
How long of a hold is Moderna? I already so here's my thing on Moderna. All the shares that I own in Moderna, I own for free because I was up 100% and dumped half the position. So it's all gravy at this point. I'm going to hang on to this thing until the momentum pops. So that's how I'm thinking about Moderna.
Got it.
And guys, I'm putting the link in the chat again. Please, if you like this show, you like that we spend an hour with you every single day to talk stock ideas, please sign up for our small cap event. It's totally free. 2 days. We're not going to have this show Tuesday and Wednesday. We are going to be running the small cap event all day. It's going to be amazing for you guys to find some of these up and coming stocks. I mean, it's going to be 50 small cap companies giving presentations, making their case as to why you should put your dollars in them. So you're going to find ideas that nobody else is finding. So click on that link. I put it in the chat. I'll put it in one more time. It's totally free to attend. So there's literally no reason not to register for it. There's also going to be 10 educational segments throughout the 2 days. So it's going to be, how to swing trade, how to find penny stocks, how to read charts, how to do option spreads, that whole sort of thing. Ticker for Stripe. There's no ticker for Stripe yet, but it could be PSTH. It's my hope. All right, Jason, anything else? I got to get bouncing in a sec.
I don't have any. Let's see if I need to.
James D signed up for the small cap event. Let's go. Give me a few more signups, guys.
Crypto, the new liquid gold. That's funny. We have, I guess, an interview. BRGGF. Let's see, BRGGF. I don't even know that one.
I'll look it up. BRGGF. I don't like the 5 ticker stocks.
Brad game.
Cast. Here's a 1 year on this thing. It's been moving. We go 1 month. Yeah, that's a pretty chart. It looks like some of the momentum has popped a little bit. Let's see if it holds. But yeah, I don't know this one either.
I mean, I gotta look at their site. I gotta see who their clients are. I gotta understand it. But I got BRGGF and DYMD and GAN, which could result in me saying I hate GAN. I don't know. So that's the story. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. You got to be careful on these things. You got to be careful.
Steve in the chat signing up for that small cap event. If you're not signing up, you're doing yourself a disservice. We're not even trying to charge for it. We probably should be. We probably will. At the
I mean, listen, here's the thing, Luke. Benzinga exists because there's not that much coverage on small cap stocks. And so therefore we started this company. And, for example, tomorrow, and to the next day, you have 2 days of small cap companies giving presentations. And you, the investor, can listen to it directly and get, clarity coverage. And it may not even be on the stock you're listening to. It may not be. It may be on the sector. Yes, ELYS is on my list. I got that one too. The Weibo CEO, Anthony Denier, should be live in a minute. Check it out. Please share it. Please like it. Start in 5 minutes. It's an hour interview. Weibo, probably one of the fastest or the fastest growing brokerage out there. But yeah, that small cap event, Luke, is going to be off the hook with the companies that we have. I mean, and then there's a Benzinga Bootcamp coming up as well. BenzingaBootcamp.com. Options. We bring on Ricky Gutierrez. I mean, you guys got a full pack with us. You got a full schedule. If you have a job, you may have to leave it for a week because we're going to keep you guys busy. Okay.
Should. It behooves you to leave your job to attend this event.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. So that's what we got for today. Try to bring more stocks. Again, like you guys know, I bought a lot of stocks last week, and maybe I trimmed too early. But it's that's why the YTRAs. You're going to see more volatility with some of my trades because when I'm doing a lot more trades like that, there's going to be more volatility. But I'm just hanging on to it. Like, guys, SBRE, Sabre Holdings, went down from like 430 to went down from like 20 to down to $3-4. And I bought it like at 6 down. Then I bought it at 4. These markets, stock isn't supposed to go straight up every day. It's just not. So I don't look at it like that on these picks. If I did, I would have a shitty account. So that's what I'll say to you guys. They really like IDEX in here, dude. There's IDEX is the talk of the town in here right now. So
all right, well, they better be at the small cap event then.
All right, I'm going to give the small cap link.
And quote, this is not staged. It's a total no-lose, win-win situation if you attend the event. That's what I'm talking about. Unlike markets, having a good event is guaranteed.
I bet you that you'll get a lot of also companies that do the thing behind the thing. So that's could be interesting as well. So, all right. I wish we had brought the GAN CEO on like 3 months ago because I could have asked him my questions about these other companies. But Zoltan, I think, worked on it and it didn't happen. Maybe that's a sign. What'd you say?
So we'll try again.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't listen to these guys. Stocks go up straight for the next month. Then watch out. All right. Second wave. We got it from you, man. Okay, I'm going to put it on the screen. Second wave. There you go. Guys, second wave says bye. They go straight up the next month. Then watch out. That's your, I don't know. You take it for what it's worth. All right. Well, we thank you guys for tuning in. And sorry I was a little lethargic the first few minutes I was on, but you guys always pump us up. This ZingerNation is about you guys, not about us. ZingerNation is what we're here for. And that's why we take that so importantly. If you ever want to come on the show and host a little bit, please do. And we'll bring you on. We love hearing other trades. So keep it up. India just applied for use of the emergency vaccine. Why it will be by March. Okay. Put that in, baby. All right. You got it. You got a second wave. We're going to quote that, man. All right. In testing with. All right. Lukey, anything else?
Right. I will see you at the small cap event Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be there all day, just like I hope you will. And I'm going to end this show the same way we started it. Yeah.